This is your boy Trebles Garcia, reminding you to subscribe, leave 5 stars, and a review. By doing so, you help others reach the podcast and free their mind from mental slavery. Now, thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the ride.
All right, let's do this shit. Big shit poppin', little shit stoppin'. Okay. Testicles, 1, 2. Testicles.
Yes, we back at it like crack at it. What's Gucci, my boy?
And welcome to Paranoid Radio Podcast. This is your boy Trebles Garcia, and joining me in the 1s and 2s again is the best co-host in the motherfucking planet, my homie Big Tank. Salute, my boy.
Gucci, where you at? I want to meet him. Who that?
Big Tank, the biggest tank of all tanks and the biggest of the bigs.
Oh, that one shot, hit it, cut it. I got you. I know that fool. Recommend that fool. That fool is real talk.
He's top notch, one shot killer for real.
Carry that big cannon and go boom.
Oh, there you. Oh my God! What's up, everybody? Thank you for coming back and tuning back in. This is your favorite show with your favorite hosts. Today we got about a badass little episode setting up for you guys because we're trying to move up. We're trying to drop at least 2 episodes every fucking week. And we're promising you guys the best quality sound, the best quality fucking content in the world. Before we jump into anything, I want to make sure I give a special thanks to all the new followers on Instagram. We're growing. We have established an amazing amount of fans. And I'm not saying we're in the hundreds, but we are, you know what, like,
we're climbing.
We're climbing, and it's quality over quantity. I know the people that are following us. I know they're loyal. I know they're amazing people, and I'm very proud of it, and I'm very happy that you guys are enjoying this as much as we are enjoying to do it.
Without a doubt.
Now,
you guys keep us going.
Yup, and that is real fact. Now, Big Tank, let's not waste any more fucking time and jump right into it. Open up the motherfucking segment. What is happening?
Yes, we back at it like crack addicts with it. All right, so you guys know the deal. I'm gonna give you 2 stories. I want your guys' feedback. This stuff that's happening around the world, not just in the U.S. but around the world. And for my first story, it's quite
in the world,
a treat.
In the world, Craig.
In the world. Like I said, this is quite a treat. So, a family that lives in England. Sorry. So, a family that lives.
So much having a big cannon. You're choking on a big cannon.
You sound jealous, right? You sound jealous.
Oh, there you go. Just finish your freaking stories.
No. Without a doubt. Sorry about that, people. Back to business as usual. No. So, without, like I was saying, a family in England let their kids roam out free. Obviously, they live in the farmland, out in the countryside. Tell me that the kid doesn't fall into the nearby river, and all is presumed lost. They spend a couple of hours searching for the kid. Believe it or not, a deer somehow was taking care of the kid. The kid was found next to the deer. The deer was literally trying to keep it warm. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if it was because it was cold or whatever it is. But the deer seems to have found the kid and basically took it on its own until the parents arrived there. Can you believe that? That's some trippy shit.
That's fucking crazy. That is a trip. That is a fucking trip. I guess like the maybe it was like, there's funny other cases that happen like that also, where like the lion, the female lion and the older lion, they find the gazelle, like a baby gazelle, and they don't eat it. They start to like nurture it. It's fucking weird. Maybe I don't know. I call that a miracle, man.
Call it miracle, call it mother instincts, call it whatever you want. It's some crazy shit. Next thing up in the subject, a local man is shot but has no fatal injuries. He shot point blank chest area, and the doctors basically just popped out the bullet like nothing. They hardly had to do any stitches or anything. Now that's what I call a miracle.
That's what I call a fucking Superman, bro. Whoa.
Without
What do you mean? But like,
doubt.
what are you trying to say? Like the bullet didn't penetrate him, or what the fuck?
No,
What's going
okay. It went in. Here's the thing.
on? Mhm.
It went in, but it did no damage whatsoever. Like literally, it didn't cause. How would I put it? It's like if you were to cut yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that the damage was. You cut yourself with a little knife or something, paper cut. That's how it was.
Maybe it was the size of the
And
bullet.
well, it could have been. They didn't
Yeah.
release any of the information.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show that miracles do happen all around us. Greater callings, whatever you want to call it yourself.
For real, for real. That is fun. That is a trippy ass fucking
And
story.
that
dude.
and that is right here in Northern California.
Oh shit! So it happened near us.
Don't believe me? Look at yes.
Mm-hmm. Hashtag
So-
look it up, people. Hashtag look it up.
Yes, without a doubt.
For real. You know what, dude?
So,
This is probably the best episode yet for our listeners. And thank you again for those two amazing stories, dude. I love the way that you put out this segment. It's it's very entertainment and always gives us that, a good entry. Now let's go into the juicy shit. Let's try to fucking drop bombs on the real heavy shit and drop ourselves in the deep end of the motherfucking pool. Because today we're going to be talking about a subject that a lot of other podcasts have been touching base on. And I'm not trying to copy other podcasts. I'm just telling you, we're going to bring you a dose of information on our terms of how we think it's going to be able to sync with you and how we're going to be able to entertain you at the same time. And while bringing you some good information. Today we will be speaking about ancient civilizations. How do you say that shit, bro? I always fucking have a problem with that word.
ancient civilizations.
Ancient civilizations.
Civilization.
The Civilización. So we're gonna be talking about
Civilización.
Civilizaciones, okay? So like just deal with that shit, all right, guys? All right, man. Open up, big tank. Open station, bro. We have been dealing with ancient civilizations, and we have been dealing with their influence and with their knowledge for the past fucking lifetimes, generations and generations and generations. Our motherfucking US dollar has on the dollar bill a lot of symbolism and knowledge, ancient knowledge of the Egyptians and other civilizations, basically like the Romans and the Greeks.
Without a doubt. You are right. The U.S. has adopted so many symbolisms across the United States of paying homage to ancient civilizations.
They even come and impact. They even impact our modern cities, don't they?
Yes, without a doubt. So, great example, the Roman Empire. As they say, Rome wasn't built in a day. Rome was by far one of the greatest empires you ever seen. They conquered more than anybody in their time. So,
and they also
what can we
crucified
say?
Jesus.
Yes, they did. They did. They actually did.
Yeah.
So, going back to it, everybody knows that Rome fell. The Roman Empire fell apart. Rome fell. But not a lot of people know that during the same time, London rose. And
Like
there is a
specifically-
theory out there. Uh-huh.
No, go for it.
No.
Let me know.
Well,
Drop
there's
some
a
bombs.
theory out there. There's a theory out there that the Romans saw what was coming. That's how vast they had knowledge of. They saw what was coming, and they decided to be extinct, but in plain sight. So, everybody, this is just a theory, believe whatever you guys want, but there's a theory that London was made as a second Rome, Rome 2.0. And the theory goes that London was made big enough that it can never be held by one single person, so it would always be switching hands.
Whoa. Okay.
Yes.
So you're basically what you're telling me is that basically the Empire of Rome, as it was being corrupted and it was crumbling down to its core during its era, at the end of its era, they decided, the people in charge, the politicians and the Jesuits and everybody on top of the Catholic Church or the Roman Catholic Church,
everybody.
they started to reinvent themselves and recreate themselves to be able to rebrand themselves and land in different areas of the world and basically expand.
Yes, without a doubt, without a doubt. And this isn't the first time that it's happened. As we all know, there's a safety protocol for all of our congressmen, all of our politicians, the president, all this. So people are still abiding by this. They are still doing this.
Contingency plan.
Yes. So it only goes to show that it is possible.
Definitely.
When somebody knows, honestly, when somebody knows that's actually smart enough to think about it, when somebody knows that something is coming to an end, most of them don't give up. They have second, third plans. You know what? I'm going to start putting this in motion. I might die, but somebody else can continue what I'm doing.
Contingency plan. A contingency plan. The Roman Catholic Church, after the Protestants, and I'm not trying to be religious here, but basically the government back in the Roman days, the Romans weren't controlled by just an emperor, but the emperor himself, his lobbyists or the people that would consult with him were the Jesuits, the priests, and the Pope. The people on top of the church. The Roman Catholic Church was the politicians. They were in charge. They were the power of the government at that time, during that era. So when they started to collapse and lose their potential because of all the Protestants and all these other Orthodox, the corruption, and then the Orthodox religions started to branch off of being Roman Catholic, they started losing power. And what they did was they rebranded themselves and they franchised. That's the word. They franchised to other regions, to other places. How do they franchise? They freaking left. Instead of putting an emperor to control a massive piece of land with other smaller kings to control it, what did they do? Through religion, they put Catholic churches around the fucking planet with the same ideology that the Roman Catholic Church had. So they have Latin America, they have South America, they have parts of the U.S., and all of it. I mean, Mexico, fucking huge. You know what I mean? They're everywhere. Canada, everywhere. They're worldwide. So it's not like the Roman Empire. Yeah, the Roman Empire physically, Rome, I mean, the country, the Rome itself, it fell. But their ideology, their influence remains. Now, not only Rome did this. Let's be specific here. Rome wasn't the only motherfucking country or the only empire to leave their presence here. This goes in deep. After the Templars were trying to be dismantled, the Templars also adopted a new method. By the way, Templars were the ones that invented the banking system, the current banking system that we have now, the National Reserve banking system that we have now. So they couldn't continue. The Roman Catholic Church saw that they were corrupt and that they weren't freaking praying. They were not worshiping the same Jesus Christ that they had been taught before. They were worshiping their own. They were worshiping Baal. They had their own satanic rituals. So what they do, they try to dismantle them. Once they dismantle them, the Knights of Templar evolved to a whole different secret society.
Yes. And here's the thing, though. Here's what people don't realize is that the Knights Templar was the Roman Catholic Church.
It was
their army.
Exactly.
That was their cavalry. Okay, so at that time, it's in your textbooks. Look it up if you guys don't believe me. Priests were as corrupted as they came. They'd see a nobleman, which is basically somebody with wealth, somebody with power. Look, I did so and so. I raped, not per se rape, but let's say he raped a couple of servants or whatever it is. I need absolution. I need to be cleansed of myself. He'd give coins, whatever it is, whatever currency they used at that point.
Exactly.
So how can you say that somebody else is corrupted when most of the church was already corrupted as well?
Yeah, the fucking church.
But that goes back into it. That goes back into the same thing. Everybody has their own ideology of what they think is right, but nobody can say anything because everybody has their own opinion.
The freaking priest would come and they see that you had a little farm. They would knock on your door and tell you, you know what, your grandfather and your father died already, correct? Yeah. Okay, well, guess what? They sinned so much that they're not going to be let in the gates of heaven. So in order for them to be in salvation and for you and your generations after you to be in salvation, you have to pay 30% of all your income and give us a cattle at the end of every fucking month. So they would ask you to pay a certain amount of money to be in salvation, to be in God's grace. And then they would use that money to build churches around the world before the empire itself collapsed. So they franchised themselves. Kind of like how you build a McDonald's here and then you can have a McDonald's in China. It has the same fucking name. You know what I mean? You guys sell fucking burgers. You know what I'm saying? They refranchised themselves.
If you guys see the difference, I mean, the similarities is that all of the great old cities Leeds, Yorktown. What other ones are there? There's a whole lot more, but to be honest, they all have one thing in common: this massive place of church.
And
They
wealth,
all have this
a center point for
without a doubt.
currency to build, to be traded, and to be commerced, basically.
Yes, without a doubt. See, that's when it all comes into play. A lot of people won't mess with church unless they're just a whole different type of breed, a whole different type that they really don't believe in. But when Europe fights, they never really go to that. So it's the perfect plan.
Exactly.
If you see this, it's like you said, they were franchising themselves. Like you said, like you were just saying right now. I don't mean to take it out of your word, but McDonald's happen every certain blocks. You might even see one within the same couple blocks. That's exactly what was happening.
Exactly what happened. It was like, it's like they fucking reestablished themselves everywhere as like a fucking mafia. And you know who else fucking did it? The Egyptians did it. Okay? And the fucking Nazis did it. And I'm gonna remind you, the Nazis were backed up by the Catholic Church. Hitler himself was derived from a Jewish family. Okay, so look, this is all. How did the Nazis reinvent themselves? The Nazis and the SS and everybody, once the United States and the Allied nations conquered Berlin, the Nazis ran to all different corners of the planet. Some landed in South America and Argentina. Some landed in the middle of America. Latin America. And some they recreated and rebranded themselves and sold themselves as scientists to the CIA. And to this day, leaders of the CIA have occulted and have received and have harbored Nazi regime warriors from 1940s. And this is real fact.
Yeah.
They rebrand themselves, so they create themselves. We are being led in this planet not only by old school Nazi ways and old school Rockefellers and bankers, but also by ancient societies that have been ruling for fucking centuries.
Just renaming themselves.
Exactly.
As we go back into it, like you were just saying, the Knights Templar branched out into Freemason and Illuminati.
Exactly. They adopted the way of the concept of ideology and how to create knowledge and money out of nothing.
Yes, and secret societies go back even deeper than that. The Mayas, the Aztec, the Incas, they all had a form of secret society.
Exactly.
For example, the Aztecs had the Eagle Warriors. And if you guys don't know what the Eagle Warriors are, they were the top warriors and consultants that were next to the King Lord, whatever you want to call
exactly.
them. And they were
Quetzalcoatl.
Yes. So as you can see, Rome had the 9th Regiment.
Yeah.
If you don't know that, you see
the Teutonic Knights, the Templars,
yes,
and then the Jesuits as well.
Exactly. So as you can see, this has been going on. But here's what we're trying to get to: is it all the same, just with a different name?
Why do you think that you open up a dollar bill right now? Open up, take it out of your wallet, take out the dollar bill, and see what you see in the back. You see a pyramid. You see the all-seeing eye of Horus. The Illuminati symbolism. Look at the eagle.
Yeah.
Look at the stars. Look at the stars that they
Roman numbers.
Roman numerals, Roman architecture. You go to Washington D.C., it's a hectagon. You see that. You see hectagons. You see the black cube of Saturn. You see Saturn worshiping. You see all these. Even Christmas itself was a recreation of Saturnalia and the birth of Christ. They had to mix it. Why do you think Santa Claus exists? It's not only all about Jesus. It's all mythology and all ideology and how they fucking rebrand themselves to come and keep you on that same hypnosis. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, without a doubt. If you look at Washington, D.C., our capital, you can see it heavily influenced by ancient civilization. We have the obelisk. We have Roman architecture everywhere. We have Masonic symbols. Even most of the layout of Washington, D.C., a lot of it forms Masonic symbols.
Exactly. It's coordinated to look like an inverted star. It's created to look to resemble something, to resemble power, to resemble structure and freedom, for example, because that's basically what the United States stands for. Not only that, but the Persians had the assassins, which now that's what you call an assassin. They had a secret assassin cult. And I'm not talking about Assassin's Creed, the fucking game. I'm talking about the real assassins, the assassins,
Real
real
killers.
killers, and even the Indians. The Indians. I'm talking about people from India. Yeah, the Indians had thuggies. If you guys don't know who the thuggies are, the thuggies was a secret society, a secret organization that politics used to basically like mercenaries. They used to get paid to go and kill certain politics and certain people, and the methods of their methods, the way they killed were by struggling or asphyxiating their prey or their victim. The Thuggy Society it's still to this day, it's still alive. The Templars are still alive, and they just rebranded themselves in different ways. Now we got the black nobility, we got the Boule Society, we got the Skulls and Bones, we got black and white. We got always the separation of power, but they all work for the same ego. You got the left wing, you got the right wing. It's all connected to the same fucking bird.
It's all one. It's all one at this moment. It's just all one big thing. And see, that's why, as you were saying about the thuggies, a lot of people don't know, but Thug Life, very famous quote from Tupac. Thug Life, a lot of people have adopted it, but it actually refers to the thuggies.
It represents something deeper. That's why Thug Life, baby. After he came out of jail, they tried to take him down. He dropped an album called Killuminati because he was part of the Thuggy Society, which had a bigger war. His war wasn't only in the streets throwing gang signs, blood versus Crips, shooting other black people. No, he came out and he was attacking owners of the industry, the people of influence, the people of power, the bankers. You get me?
Yes. He knew what he was representing, but nobody knew it at the point. Everybody just thought it's just another hoodlum person, another gangbanger trying to cause a ruckus.
You're over here probably thinking, who is the Thuggy Society? Who are these Boule black nobility people? For example, LeBron James. Look at LeBron James take off his shirt. I'm not asking you to go and meet him and take off his shirt. Google this shit. Look it up. Hashtag look it up. You Google a shirtless LeBron James picture, and you'll see a giant Boule Society tattoo on his chest. He is black nobility. He is the Boule Society was created by fraternities I believe it was in the 60s to push back. No, in the 40s. I'm sorry, to push back the Skulls and Bones fraternity, because Skulls and Bones fraternity did not let any blacks join, so they created their own. But it got to be so powerful that now they own most of the black entertainment industry, including the NBA and a lot of black sports that are dominated by black athletes. Now, most of these black athletes, even my fellow late legendary Kobe Bryant, had an issue with them and an entanglement. Most of these athletes all have an entanglement with these societies.
Yes, and it goes way more deeper than that.
Exactly.
Honestly, a lot of this world is controlled by a couple people. A lot of it, it just breaks down. Me personally, as we all know, most of the banking systems is Jew funded, which are the Jesuit Jews, and they have been running shit since ancient times.
Exactly, and they still run shit today. You're gonna tell me? I think I've mentioned this before on this show, that there is three countries that in the world, Craig, that have not adopted a national reserve banking system. And guess who those three countries are? It's Iran, it's North Korea, and Russia. And
I think it's China. I think China might be.
No, I found out that they do. So China did sell out. That's why they're so.
Oh, did they?
Okay. Yeah, they did. But Russia, North Korea, and Iran are the three remainder countries that have not adopted a national reserve banking system. Now, let me give you something with the national.
We have beef with them.
And coincidentally, the United States has beef with them. Now, let me tell you what the national banking system is and who runs the national reserve banking system. The national reserve banking system is the method that the Knights of Templar did to make money out of nothing. This is how it works. My name is Trebles. Your name is listener or follower. All right, follower. you have $1 million, and you come at me and you tell me, hey, I'm gonna give you $1 million, and I tell you, look, I want to do this. I could store those $1 million for you. Want me to store them for you? And then you come in like, sure, store them for me. And whenever I need money, you come and check it out. I just created a bank for you, right? I created safety. I created an environment where you could keep your $1 million. You could come and pick up your money at any time, given time, and you don't have to worry about it. But yet me, I'm the banker, so I'm thinking over here. I'm like, you know what? I have his $1 million. He's not gonna use $1 million in one day, or in 1 week, or in 1 year. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lend follower number 2, or Big Tank. Big Tank, you're the other guy, okay? So I'm gonna lend Big Tank $10,000, and out of those 10,000,
bring me my money.
Exactly. So I'm like, hey, Big Tank, guess what? I have $1 million in the bank now from this dude. You want $10,000? You're gonna come and pick up those $10,000, but I'm gonna borrow you 10,000. But out of that, I'm going to charge you interest. And I'm going to charge you $5,000 out of that interest. So guess what I just did? I just moved your money to another person's pocket while pocketing my own interest money in my pocket. And you don't even know what the fuck just happened to your money. So everything that the United States does now, every other fucking country, every single person that has a National Reserve banking system, it means that they're borrowing money and creating money out of nothing. I could tell you right now, digitally, I don't even need real paper money no more. I could tell you right now, I have $1 million fucking dollars in the bank digitally, and I could tell you, and you want to tell me, hey, let me borrow some money. I'll send them over to you digitally, but you don't have it in physical form. It doesn't represent a value anymore. It's just a fucking number on a digital screen, and you come and you use it, but then you have to pay me physically double the amount because of the interest. I'm making money out of thin air. It doesn't exist. It's fucking Bugazi. It's bullshit. So that's what the Templars invented. Now that I established what that means is this. Every country has a National Reserve banking system. Every country borrows money with interest, large amounts of interest. Guess from who are they borrowing that money from? They're not borrowing it from their own country. They're not borrowing from the taxes that you and I pay. No, they're borrowing it from private bankers, private banks. Like if you go to Chase has an owner. They have policies. They have an owner. They have a fucking chairman. So when you're borrowing money from the bank, you're borrowing money from an owner, somebody that owns that establishment, that private company. The National Reserve banking system is owned by private bankers that are lending money to each country in interest. How the fuck do you think the United States is over $30 trillion in debt? How?
And growing.
Not only them, China has it. All these fucking National Reserve banking countries that are backing up this type of fucking banking system did it. Now, let me tell you something. Now that I established that, Big Tank, tell the fucking public how the fuck the National Reserve killed off the last people that were opposing them using the Titanic.
See, for a lot of people that don't know, Titanic sounds like a real sad love story. But the whole point when it comes down to, there was a lot of politicians, congressmen, people in power that were rejecting it.
a lot of Democratic politicians were they were trying to reject against the National Reserve banking system.
Yes,
exactly.
And all of this came down to it because back in the day, you were actually able to take your money and exchange it for gold, because that's what it means.
Yeah, it had a value of gold.
Yes. So you were able to take, I don't know, whatever, $100, $200, $1,000, whatever you had, and say, you know what, I want my equivalent currency of gold, because that's what everybody has always used: silver, gold, metals, gems, jewelry, whatever it is. That was the official currency, and now we moved on to paper, and now we're moving on to digital. Okay, so just to let you know, as soon as all this happens, the Titanic goes down with a major opposition. You could honestly say it's like getting into a street fight, 10 versus 1. Who do you think is going to win? Titanic has some of the worst, most unbelievable casualties to ever hit the seas.
I'm talking about bigger casualties than 9/11. If you think people called off of work from 9/11 not to die in the fucking World Trade Center, it's because they got a call and somebody told them, don't present yourself to work today. In the Titanic was the opposite. In the Titanic, they sent the Titanic, for its time, was the biggest, the most amazing, the most luxurious, the baddest, or the biggest bitch of all bitches in the fucking hood. It was state of the art, and they sent out an invitation to politicians, other bank owners, and massive wealthers people, and donations, and people like Bill Gates and shit. Like I'm talking about big Joes, the big
elite of the
elite, the elites of the elites.
Musk,
wouldn't have
fucking
shipped.
Bill
Yeah,
Gates.
I'm talking about JP Morgan Chase wasn't part of this fucking crew, and JP Morgan Chase was one of the ones that backed out and did not go into the Titanic and sold out to the fucking Rothschilds. So let's go back to the Titanic, how it went. So they gave an invitation to all these fucking politicians and all these bank owners and investors to say, hey, come onto the Titanic, take a trip, and have a drink with all of us, and go on to the ocean and be part of this huge and momentous fucking moment for human history, right? So they all jump on. Right before it took off, the biggest elites of the world that were pro national reserves, they got off the Titanic. Guess what happened to the Titanic a week after? Boom.
Boom, went down under.
Went down under and under. And
See?
coincidentally, like you say, the fucking people that were opposing the National Reserve died. Guess what happened right after the Titanic? The Titanic was fucking swimming with the fishes. The National Reserve was adopted by the United States of America. Damn.
Yes, and we lost. You cannot go to the bank no more and trade your cash for gold
I cannot.
at all.
I cannot.
So it just goes to show you how you might think it's a good thing, but it's really not.
You know what's funny?
They should have fucked you over.
They would have fucked you over. And you know what's even funnier? You get yourself right now, for example, like, okay, I live in the city of Huntington Park in Southern California in the county of Los Angeles. All right, guys, I'm not gonna tell you my street where I live, but I live in Huntington Park, for example. So this is what happened. I bank with Chase. All my direct deposits are through Chase. Okay, I like Chase. I'm not gonna lie, but look, I'm not promoting Chase.
Me too. I got it too.
But what's happening here is if I get my entire block where I live. Okay? And I don't live in a too shabby place. I live in a nice little area. Now, if I get every single one of my neighbors to go to the bank and pull out all their fucking cash out of their savings account right now, this moment, guess what happens? The bank, that fucking branch, the brick and mortar store, the big brick, the place where you go, the bank, I'm talking about the bank, the building itself. You go to the building with this entire block. I'm talking about 100 or 200 people. Go take out all your money out of the fucking cash, out of your savings account. Guess what happens to the bank? The bank will not be able to give you your money. Why? And I'm not saying because they can't give you the money. No, I'm saying it because they do not have that amount of money represented in their account. So the bank is there and it's a physical form. But they don't have all the money. That's putting a run on the bank, basically. You run to the bank right now and you pull out all your money with 100,000 other people doing the same thing. The bank will fucking close the doors and tell you we cannot give you your money. They're going to send you to another branch. And guess what happens to that fucking bank? To that branch, at least, closes. Because people won't bank with them no more. That's how bankers actually work. These banks right here, you can't fucking get, you'll probably be able to get $10 million if you actually try to drive. And that $10 million nowadays is shit money.
It really ain't much. It sounds like a lot, but it really ain't much.
It's shit money, my boy. It's shit money.
See, that's exactly the whole thing. Like you said, you could deposit, I don't know, for us lower people, $1,000. You really only have access probably to 100. The other 9's given out.
Exactly.
And I'll adjust that they don't expect everybody to rush in there and take it out.
Exactly.
But if we do move into chaos, New World Order, you're fucked.
I seen it happen when the COVID situation happened. When everybody was running and getting toilet paper, I was one of the people that ran to the fucking bank and pulled out all my cash. And guess who was there doing it? My entire fucking block. And guess what happened? Guess what they fucking told us? They handed us a paper and they told us to come tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. because they didn't have enough funds. I know this by hand because I lived it. Not because I'm inventing it. I lived it. Look it up. You put a run in the bank will not be able to give you all your funds because they sincerely just don't have it.
See, that's a fucking crazy shit. Did you know that if something were to happen, you're covered up to $150,000 in your account? Okay, that's what they say. It's through the FDIC. Okay, so you're covered up to $150,000, but the bank can always just claim bankruptcy and you lose everything.
You lose everything. They did that shit in 2008. Let's not forget. This has happened before.
Don't forget. There used to be a Washington Mutual.
Yeah. And a Wells Fargo. I think Wells Fargo's still around. I'm not sure.
No, Wells Fargo's still around. Okay. The main one is Washington Mutual. That was Chase. For people that don't know.
Yeah, I remember when Chase was when Washington Mutual was falling, and then Chase came in from the East Coast, and they started fucking putting branches all over the West Coast or here in California. They were here.
Yes.
Yeah. And now we have Chase. It's fucking crazy.
So honestly, you could be insured up to 150,000. You're like, even though you might only have 2, 3, 5 grand, whatever it is, whatever you do have in your account, doesn't mean that it's still covered. Once somebody declares bankruptcy, that's it.
That's it. The government blocks everything, and then they get paid off, and your money unfortunately gets lost. And then we've been living under this influence, guys. Everybody, women, everybody. We've been living under this influence. Our country, the United States of America, didn't only make they didn't only come in and take over the land from the Mexicans and from the Latin America. From the Native Americans, but the United States of America was basically built on slaves and built on hard labor from people like you and me. And everything that the United States stand for is a combination of all the major constructions and major influences of other civilizations. I always have a problem with that word. Civilization. How do you say that shit?
Civilizations.
Civilizations.
Civilization.
Civilización.
For you,
Okay, guys.
For you, a civilization.
For my French listeners, civilization. Okay, guys. So look, check it back. So the United States, the United States of America, basically is a combination of everything that they triumphed. The Egyptians, the Greeks, okay, the Romans, even the Mayans. Like the influence here of other civilizations, of other ancient knowledge, is big. It's huge, and that's what but people don't see that shit. People always say, that. One nation under God, indivisible, and everything. But what God? They don't mention God's names. They don't proclaim God's name. For all we know, they could be talking about Allah, or I don't know, fucking thuggies. I don't know what they're fucking worshiping. You get me? But it's a combination of all the influences of other civilizations, and that's what what brings us to this topic, and it helps us close on this topic.
Yes, without a doubt. All we're trying to get to you is that we live in a nation that's made up by different nations, different ideologies, and
different races, colors, religions.
Yes. And unfortunately, you do have the elites on top fighting to gain control. And if you don't believe me, why do you think we have more than one party?
They keep you blue, they keep you red, they keep you black, or they keep you white, or they keep you poor, or they keep you rich. They don't want a middle class, because a middle class represents unity. They don't want you to join up and say, we're gonna change from being Democrats or Republicans to fucking libertists or Greenhouse Party, because those parties exist also, but they don't have the popularity that these other parties have. They don't want you to join forces. They don't want Antifa and BLM to join forces. They don't want a full-on fucking walk in the streets with all the KKK members and all the Bloods and Crips holding hands together, taking it up to Washington. The day that the United States of America sees the blacks and the whites and the Latinos and the Chinos and everybody around, and all the Asians and the Haitians and everybody that's here, combined into one people. Everything. From Christians to Muslims to Jewish, everybody holding hands as a united peoples, they would fucking see the corruption. They would see everything fall into their fucking feet. They would collapse. They would be obliterated. And that's what that exactly how Big Tank has put this on forward. They want us divided. Through division, they keep us in line to do what they want us to do. And that's exactly what they want, to keep you divided.
And unfortunately, we're playing into it.
Exactly. We play right into it.
We honestly. We hear one thing from one person, and we believe it. We go for it. And honestly, are we doing the right thing?
Big Tank.
For example. Sorry.
Handle.
This on.
Push it on.
But for example, did you know that the CDC says that it is going to be mandatory, the vaccine, and it could be coming as close as October?
November 1st, I heard.
November. I heard the endings of October, but pretty much basically the beginnings of November. Okay. They're pushing this on you through the scares of a pandemic, which there is. The pandemic is real, without a doubt. I've seen people go through it. I've seen people lose their life over it. I'm not denying it. But who is this we that they want you to do it so bad? What are the repercussions?
Exactly.
And all of this just goes back onto the same thing, that everything is mashed up in together, without a doubt.
Let's give the listeners a follow. The last and final statement. This is my message for tonight. Follow your heart. Follow your gut. No matter who you're worshiping, no matter what your work is, no matter what your profession is, no matter what school you went to, your creed, it doesn't matter what color your skin you have. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're fat or skinny. It doesn't matter if you smell good or you don't. What matters is that you live free, that you are a free-minded individual, and that you challenge everything that the government puts in front of you. Challenge it. Challenge it because they are going to continue challenging our unity. They're going to continue to keep us separated. They're going to continue to push on their fucking agenda to fucking a new world order and establish you to have no guns, to establish you to not have the power to vote, and to establish you to not be able to speak your mind. And that's exactly what they want. And it's coming down in a slow process, and they're fucking winning. They're gaining momentum every single night. Every single day that you go to work and you see the situation and that you live through this shit and that you turn on the radio and you listen to their bullshit and you turn on the fucking news and you listen to their bullshit, they're creating the perfect environment for them to succeed. Challenge your reality every single day. And learn and look for a path. Challenge pedophilia. Challenge human trafficking. Challenge the fucking Democrat and the Republicans. Challenge it. If you want to make a difference, vote. Start making a difference in your home before you start trying to make a difference in your whole country. You cannot control 50 states. Control your home. Control your small community that you have within your house, and then your job, and then the people around you, and slowly the momentum will start fucking moving. You'll start catching that traction. You know what I mean? Speak and push others to be better, to wake them up. If you see them stuck in the fucking TV watching the news and seeing all the COVID people dying and war and feeding them all this fucking bullshit, turn off the TV for them and come and speak to them about something different and show them this podcast. Show them other ways of free media for them to be woke. That is my message. Let them know, Big Tank.
We are stronger together than divided, honestly. And that's what people don't want. Mm-hmm. Truthfully and honestly.
Yeah.
And we appreciate your time for taking it and listening to us. Whether you think we're crazy, whether you think we actually do have some points or not, that's completely up to you. We are just here to let you know what is going on. And it's up to you to accept it, deny it.
At least look it up. At least look it up.
Like now, he said, hashtag look it up.
Hashtag look it up. Now, fellas, I got hashtag look it up from one of my favorite podcasts. I'm going to give them a shout out. Their names are, the name of the podcast is Alien Theories Theorizing. I got that, and I'm trying to emphasize hashtag look it up because they gave me an amazing idea. They're fucking amazing. They were the ones that motivated me to fucking continue and actually make this fucking podcast happen. Now, let's fucking close this episode, bro, with some fucking laughter. You know what I mean? Because we're fucking good at that shit. You know how good we are. All day, baby. But I got an anonymous message from a female friend, and they told me that MFK is a little bit rude for my female listeners. So I want to apologize for all the female listeners. If I ever made you feel some type of way, or I ever insulted the female sex, I'm sorry. I love females, dude. Dude. I love females, bro. I don't know how to emphasize it. I love my opposite sex, and I love my own sex too. I'm not homophobic or anything, but I want to give respect to not only males, but also I want to give some respect to the females. And I think it's a little bit unfair if I made you feel that way. I'm sorry. I want to apologize on air in front of everybody. Now,
honestly, let us know.
Let us know. So, since to avoid any situations or any discomfort to my female listeners, I'm going to change marry one, fuck one, kill one to a debate. So we're gonna have a funny little versus battle. I put this shit up on my out for you too, Big Tank, and I want you to think about it. I'm gonna give you two things. I'm gonna give you about 2 or 4 things. And you're gonna tell me what you prefer the best. Okay, you better tell me why, motherfucker. You ready?
Ready.
I haven't came up with the name of this segment yet, but it will come. Okay, guys, we're building as we go.
Or if you want us to bring back MFK, let us know. We might tone it down a bit.
We could tone it down a little bit, or we could pick it up even worse. I don't know. You let me know. All right, dude. So let me know. Okay, we got 4 motherfucking brands, and I'm gonna give you these fucking 4 brands, and you're gonna tell me which ones you like. And you ready or what?
Born ready. Let's do this.
Cup of noodles versus Maruchan. What the
Maruchan.
fuck, bro?
Maruchan all day.
All
fucking day.
It's fucking mentally retarded, I swear to God. Dude,
no.
why not Cup noodles, dog? Why not?
Maruchan.
Cup noodles the original, bro. And dude, you wouldn't have known Maruchan was called Maruchan unless I told you. Now you would have called Maruchan Cup noodles, if anything. Like, dick.
Okay. Here's a little entendre. Everybody says they want a cup of noodles, but they got a Maruchan.
Exactly. So they want Cup noodles. They just got the wrong brand. They fucking purchased the cheap shit out of fucking Superior.
No. Let's get this straight. Maruchan takes.
Oh my god! All right, let's move on to the next fucking brand. Let's move on to the next fucking brand. I'm fucking tired of your little shit. Well, by the way, guys, the poll on Maruchan did win, so fuck it. My Maruchan wins that one. All right, so next one.
It's all wrong.
So next one. The next one. Are you ready or what?
Ready.
High shoes versus Starburst. Go.
Bro, not even the same league. Starburst
all day, baby. Look, high shoes are good.
Starburst High Chew is like Laffy Taffy and Starburst have sex and they just like send the kids to the orphanage. That's what a fucking High Chew is.
I got some orphan candy. Oh, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
I'm sorry. TV.
Oh my god, dude, it's fucking crazy. You know what, dude? I love having a fucking laugh with you at the end of these shows, man. It's fucking amazing. I'll have badass brands for the next episode for you guys. And I'll have a name for this.
I got one for you.
Oh, okay. What you got?
I got one for you.
Hit me.
Tapatio Valentina.
Oh, okay. Look, I was thinking this over, bro. Valentina's fucking bomb, dude. But Tapatio goes good with tacos, dog. If you put Tapatio on some tacos, dude, it's fucking good. Valentina, you can put it on chips. You can put it on fruit and shit.
If you put Tapatio on tacos, something wrong with you. We need that homemade salsa. Let's get that one straight.
I'm talking about like fucking taquitos from like tacos, like fucking Taco Bell. Food.
Okay.
Because you're not penetrating, dog.
You hate it, right?
Oh shit.
No. Truthfully. Valentina.
Oh damn.
That little lemony taste. Ooh,
It's okay.
Kills
it's
it.
Okay. Okay.
What do you mean it's okay? What do you mean it's okay?
It's good. It's good. It's not bad. Shit. It's not bad, but it's good.
You hate it.
Dude, this is fucking amazing, dog. It's fucking amazing. Thank you so much for being here, dude. You are the best co-host in the motherfucking planet. And for every other listener out there that's listening, and the new listeners, please help your fellow podcasters and podcast listeners to find us and join our movement. You don't have to promote it. Just leave 5 stars, a review to help others find it, just like you did. And
follow, subscribe. We don't have an official schedule, but as soon as we get a chance to actually make things a little bit more serious, we will be letting you know.
Absolutely.
And just a heads up for our next episode.
Hit them up, let them know.
Dun. We will be giving a shout out to one of the viewers on Instagram.
Exactly.
Just to letting you guys know, to show appreciation and love that we do have for you.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt.
Also, something that he missed out on that he wasn't able to tell you that I am going to tell you because I don't give a fuck. We're going to be having a fucking massive little raffle. We're going to be pulling out 10 fucking names, 10 main followers, 10 fans of our show. And we're going to be sending you guys. Can you give them the details or we're going to be sending them?
Look. Exclusive, more exclusive than Supreme all day.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Just to let y'all know, we will be giving out mind-blowing shits. We're giving out paranoid decals.
We're gonna be giving you guys paranoid decals for your phones, for your Bibles, for your fucking cars, for your toilets, for your fucking showers, for your tires. Wherever the fuck you can even put them on your fucking
wherever
forehead.
You want to slap it
Wherever
on.
the fuck you want to slap it on, you slap that shit on. You slap it hard.
Lick it and then bam.
We're gonna be giving those out for free for the next top 10. We're gonna give you stay tuned on Instagram. We're gonna be putting up a poll and some pictures on it, and then we're gonna be choosing 10. We're gonna be picking them out of the bag, 10 followers, and then those 10 followers, I'm gonna contact them directly, and I'm gonna send them the invitation to go ahead and give me an address, a PO box, or somewhere personal, or something where I could send
whatever you want.
Exactly.
Yeah. Whatever you guys feel comfortable with.
And we'll pay for the shipping and everything. We're moving also forward on designs for T-shirts and all that stuff, but that's gonna be coming in the future. I don't want to put too much pressure on you guys. Again, followers, thank you so much for all my followers, international, my people in Germany, my people in France, my people in fucking the Philippines, in Guatemala, in El Salvador, in Mexico. Woo-woo!
And Mexico are U.S. fans, which is the majority.
Exactly.
But we love y'all.
We fucking love you guys.
We love each and every one of you.
You guys motivate us to be better, to push on and be happy and put all this information out for you guys. Thank you so much. This has officially been the longest episode. We're setting you up for future episodes that will be coming up. Jordi Garcia. Oh, Jordi Garcia, I want to send you a badass shout out for your birthday. Happy birthday, my boy. This is your fucking birthday.
Without a doubt. Happy birthday.
He is our official first interviewer, and he is a Paranoid Radio podcast royalty. And he will be back to talk about...
Without a doubt.
Exactly. He's going to be back on Jeffrey Epstein. My name is Jeff Part 2. And we're going to be dropping bombs on that shit very, very, very soon. We're also going to we're preparing an episode for sex addiction with my homegirl Betty. And she is an entrepreneur and a business owner. We're getting all this information ready for you guys. And I have not forgotten that OnlyFans episode with my other friend. Of course, we're just trying to make sure that we have the right publicity with her so that doesn't come off as, she gets the right coverage. Thank you so much for listening again. This has been amazing. What a fucking ride. I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys don't enjoy it, send us an email. Let them know where they can find you. Let them know.
Hit me up. Catch me outside. Catch me on all social medias at eknat.ivix. 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 Let me know. Holla at me.
And you can find me at Trebles Garcia, TREBLE. SGARCIA on Instagram, on Facebook, on Snapchat, and on Twitter. And please hit us up on Instagram. Hit up the Paranoid Radio Podcast Instagram. That is PARANOI Radio on Instagram. If you want to send us a special little message, you want to tell us a story, if you want to choose something, you want to ask for somebody to be back on as an interview, you have an idea. Do you want to come on? Do you want to come on? Do you have feedback? Anything you want to tell us on a personal level, hit us up on a personal email, which is paranoidradio@gmail.com.
Do you guys want us to go on Paranoid Radio? Do you guys want us to go live?
Oh, we couldn't even do that live.
We'll brainstorm.
We could go on Instagram live, and you guys could watch us on Instagram live. We could go raw. Well, we do go raw on this shit, but I mean, go raw on image. No.
Go raw, like straight up. Ooh.
Hit us up on Paranoid Radio, gmail.com, PARANOI radio@gmail.com. Drop your stuff. Leave us a message. Leave a 5-star review. You already know we love you. Thank you so much for the fucking support. Until next time.
Preach. Deuces, my peeps.
Peace out.